Hi, I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we check out the Detroit Kennel Club Dog Show, head to Foxtown for an awesome block party, and then we board the Titanic exhibit at the Henry Ford, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
I'm here with man's best friend at the Detroit Kennel Dog Show at Cobo Center, and it's one of only 5 dog shows left in the country that actually lets you get up close and personal to these wonderful show dogs. So Dick, this is really exciting. I'm surprised at the huge turnout. This is a big deal, the dog show.
Yes, it is. This is a big day for us. We've been going on for a number of years now.
So as a spectator, what makes it such a neat event to come to? If you don't have a dog, you can come and see what?
Oh, you can come and see probably over 150 different breeds represented by the AKC. And probably
AKC
about
is?
The American Kennel Club.
Okay.
And there's probably at least another dozen or so that are not quite recognized yet by the AKC, but are in process. They're called Foundation Service Stock.
So then what actually is happening? It's competition. It's a competition.
Yes, there are all the basic breed judging, which is going on in 15 rings. And then we have special events, which are, like we have sheep herding, hunting events, a police canine dog, to show the dogs actually how they work in real life.
When they're judging, what are the judges looking for?
Well, each dog has its own standard, which again is set by the American Kennel Club. So the dog is judged against a standard.
Well, can we take a look around?
Yeah, sure.
Show me some of the key spots.
All right.
Rock and Roll Canines? What's going on
This is
here?
the Rock and Roll Canine Group. They do a lot of agility type racing, relay racing.
One of the shows, just performance shows for spectators to come
Exactly.
watch. So we're in the benching area right now.
That's correct. This is where dogs that enter in the show are staged prior to going in the ring, and they are required to stay here till 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Till 4 o'clock. So you were saying this is a little different. One of the unique things about this show.
That's right. In most dog shows that don't have benching, when a dog's judged, he's done. If he does not win, they are free to go home. Where here they stay throughout the afternoon. So if you're coming down to look at dogs and talk to breeders, you have a perfect opportunity because the dogs are here and you can actually see them, interact with the breeders, and get a lot of good education on the type of breed you're interested in.
So Dick, this is what's going on behind us here. This
is sheep herding. This is an exhibition and just showing a true working dog in its environment. It's actually one of my personal favorites because these dogs are so fast and they respond so quick. It really shows his training and what they're bred to do.
So yet another event.
Another event. This is terrier racing, and it's all terrier breeds, of course. And what they do is they drag a bait that the dogs chase down this 300-foot course.
This is the area. These are not technically pedigree breeds yet.
They are not recognized yet by the AKC, but they're well on their way to being recognized.
Are these then breeds over in Europe somewhere? Or?
A lot of them do come from Europe. You get some, I think, from maybe Northern Africa, possibly Japan. But yeah, they're all over the world.
On that note, thank you so much for showing me around. And
it was a pleasure.
I'm going to go walk around and see if I can talk to some dogs.
All right.
It's a Berger Picard.
Oh, it's a beautiful sound.
And Berger is the French word for sheepdog, and Picard is Picardy, which is where in France they're from.
Well, I just love this benching area because you got the dog owners out with their dogs and they want to talk about their dogs. They want to tell you what wonderful breeds they are, and if you have any questions, I'm sure they're happy to answer their questions. These dogs are beautiful, and I apologize, I don't know. What are they?
They're a Leonberger dog.
Leonberger dogs. Oh, they're gorgeous. How much do they weigh?
He weighs about 135 pounds, but he's a puppy. He's 11 months old, so he's still growing. This is our adult male. He weighs about 125 pounds. So he's on the small end of the
So these are the
size
lap
range.
dogs of the Leon burgers.
Very much.
This is a Tibetan Terrier, and it's a terrier, not a terrier, but from Tibet.
Yes, exactly.
What can I hello, look at this
just 7
beautiful
months old.
fluff. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, they're gorgeous. So how do you like the dog show here in Kobo?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've come every year for 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're here every year with our dogs.
And have you won, or what's?
Yeah, she got her first point today.
She did?
Yeah, she's only 7 months old.
Well, this is a beautiful dog. What kind of dog
you.
is it?
It's an Afghan hound.
Afghan
This
hound?
is Arthur Kiki Gahichi, and he's
Arthur what?
Arthur
A higi gahichi?
Kiki Gahichi.
Okay. Sounds Hawaiian.
Well, he comes from Afghanistan.
Oh, uh-huh.
And the name means he's a friendly hunter.
You put shades on your sunglasses on your dog intentionally. Now, why do you do that?
Just for the probably popularity, he likes to do it.
He likes to do
He
it.
likes the attention.
Now, what's his name?
T-Bone.
T-Bone. Hi, T-Bone. Are you ready for your big debut? Say hi. Ooh, a Dalmatian. Oh, Dalmatians are so beautiful. Hello there. So what's your baby's name?
Vegas.
Vegas. Oh, what an appropriate name. So tell me a little bit about the Dalmatian. Nice temperament. I'm
Good
taking
temperament, very intelligent.
it. Yeah.
They shed constantly.
So what brought you guys to the dog show today?
We were hoping to leave the kids here.
No.
Oh, that was what I. Sorry.
No, we just wanted to see the dogs. The boys love dogs, and we just wanted to look at all the different breeds and have some fun and pet some dogs.
And
So-
get some ideas.
Get some ideas
It's
for-
nice how you can go up and talk to the owners and pet the dogs.
and
isn't
find
it?
out how good they are with families, or how easy they are to train, or if they're nice or fun, fun family dogs and things like that. And they'll talk to you and let you know pretty much any questions you
Yeah.
have, they'll answer. So it's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
And of course, what's a dog show without things to buy for your dogs, right? Lining the perimeter, they've got all kinds of booths set up. Everything from, we've got portraits, dog beds, dog t-shirts, dog blankets, dog jewelry, dog toys, dog food, save the dogs, dog charms. Come and get your picture taken of your dog professionally framed. I mean, you name it, they've got it. So hey, every March, the Detroit Kennel Dog Show is here at Kobo. You come on down, make some new friends, find out what breed's right for you, or just come on and cheer on your favorite pooch.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
Do we know how to have fun in Detroit? Just wait till you see all the people gathered for this one. I'm in Foxtown. They're having a big block party full of good music, fun-loving people, and it's another awesome event in the D.
Detroit party don't stop. What's going on, Detroit, Michigan?
Well, the energy down here is electrifying. Tell me about this big block party going on.
Well, right now we're standing in the center of the hub of the Foxtown Entertainment District.
So it's like the hippest, hottest corner in downtown?
Absolutely. In Metro Detroit, you can get what you want. If you know how to find it, you can always find it here in the Foxtown Entertainment District. We have the Fox Theater, Hockeytown Cafe, the City Theater, Comerica Park, and the Comerica Park Plaza, which right now we have extreme motorcycle jumping, we have a second sound stage going on, we have a chili cook-off, just all sorts of things.
So it's like this huge block party. I can't believe all the people that have come out for this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty much a common occurrence here in downtown Detroit, here in Foxtown, with the Vans Warped Tour, the Tigers, the Major League All-Star game that we hosted here, the World Series, and with concerts like Kid Rock, Dave Matthews, and such. It's Detroit style here. We just can't throw a concert without doing a party. We have teenagers, we have 40-somethings, 50-somethings, all just taking in all of what the Foxtown Entertainment District has to offer.
Which brings up a point. You don't necessarily even need a ticket to the concerts just to come down and experience the fun, right?
This is all free.
You mentioned Vans. That's a big event?
Yeah, the Vans Warped Tour is an annual tour. It's been on the road for about 20 years now. Features independent bands and punk rock bands. And in the Comerica Park Plaza, we have all parking lots activated. So there's about 6 stages. And over the course of the whole day, there's about 50 to 75 bands.
Wow. Now, is that a free thing too, or is that a paid event? Or?
It's a real low-no ticket for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah? Oh, awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Bill. I'm going to go jump in the crowd and take a look around and see all the fun that's going on.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
I can barely see my leg. It's too late, it's too late. It's got to be over now.
This great concert going on behind me is just part of the fun out here, part of the festivities. Just all leading up to the big concert tonight. Now here's something you don't see every day. Real daredevils out there doing wheelies, keeping the crowd all excited. I mean, everywhere you look, there's action going on. And these guys are really getting everybody worked up. Woo! Oh, look at that, no hands! And just outside the stadium, they've got tents, they've got chili cook-offs, they've got bars, and there's whole other party going on over on this corner of the stadium. And of course, with the block party being in the Motor City, what is a block party without a car show? We've got all kinds of cars out here, hot rods, motorcycles, old, new, all kinds of cool things to look at. Everywhere you go, there's just so much going on out here. It's fun. Look at this cool one here. The flames on it, even the dice and the thing around the rear view mirror have flames on it. Totally, totally all out. So this really cool car here was this lucky girl's birthday present a few years ago. Yeah. Hey, check this baby out. Look at the chrome on that. This looks like something from the future, but it's actually a 1937. Pretty cool. So sleek. Love it. Your checklist is another great reason to come downtown. The block party's been so much fun. They've got the car show, the free music, the daredevils behind me. It's just so much fun. The excitement's spreading, and it's another great summer event in the D.
Welcome to Detroit. Welcome to my home.
plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit this month, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. The Ann Arbor Art Fair celebrates 53 years, and the Ovations Christmas in July cruise benefits local charities. Check out the Sterling Fest Art and Music Fair. Then Campus Martius invites you to rock the park. The Arab and Chaldean Festival takes place at Hart Plaza, and the Henry Ford's Maker Fair is an inventor's delight. Enjoy luxury autos at the Concours d'Elegance. Then Thunder Over Michigan flies into Willow Run Airport. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT. We've got another great reason to visit the Henry Ford. Now, honoring that fateful night 100 years ago, the sinking of the Titanic, they are showcasing Titanic, the Artifact Exhibition. And what makes this exhibit so unique is that they have over 250 items that have never been seen in Michigan before. Now, the Titanic exhibit does require an extra ticket, but you're going to have all kinds of time to explore because they let in 100 people every 15 minutes to kind of keep it controlled. And you can also buy an audio tour if you want to listen to some of the things as you're walking along and help guide you on your way.
It's been a great opportunity for the Henry Ford to bring this exhibit here at the time of the 100th anniversary. Remember, it was April 14th, 1912 that Titanic struck the iceberg, and we have it right here, right now at this point. It's going to run through September 30th, so there's a lot of opportunities to be able to see the exhibit, but we've been telling our guests, make sure you get those tickets in advance so you can attend at the time that you want to and when it's convenient for you.
So that's, you pick a time and then you board for your time, which is kind of what's going on behind us here.
That's right. We let people in 15-minute increments so they can flow through. They start here boarding in our boarding zone. You can see images of the original White Star docks behind.
So you're actually given a boarding pass. Explain how this works to me.
Right. Everybody that comes in will be given a boarding pass here in our boarding zone. And what this boarding pass does is it associates you with an actual passenger or crew member that was on board Titanic. So you could be first class, second class, third class, and you can sort of follow what their experience would be throughout the ship. And then in the end, you can find out whether or not your passenger survived the journey.
Wow, that really personalizes it for the visitor. It brings it home that these were people and not just something you read about. So I am a first class woman passenger. I'm gonna follow it to the end and see if I made it.
All right.
All right. King of the world, right? What's going on here is they'll take your photograph with this green screen behind you. You can buy the photograph at the end of the tour with the water behind you, just like you were at the bow of the Titanic. So explain to me, it's set up chronologically how it happened?
That's right. So the first gallery that guests enter into is essentially the building of the ship. And then basically you follow the life of the ship from its building to passengers boarding to the experience on the ship, the events of that fateful night, and then eventually the actual wreck and the recovery efforts for some of the artifacts that you see in the exhibit. I look at these artifacts and I love to know the stories of them. And what's fascinating is you'll find some artifacts that you would never expect to have lasted 7, 8, 9 decades on the ocean floor. Paper cards, tickets that are in this case to me are truly amazing. Well, not only are there amazing artifacts in this exhibit, we really get a chance to immerse people into the experience with these amazing recreations. This is a recreation of a first-class hallway, exactly as though it would have looked for passengers boarding into that first-class section.
This is gorgeous, even nowadays. It's beautiful.
It truly is. They wanted to rival any five-star hotel, and I think you could even rival those today.
Well, Tom, this is sort of like the grand lobby, or so to speak, of the ship, right?
Right. This is a recreation of the Grand Staircase, one of the more famous elements on board Titanic, and was featured in the 1997 movie, which was, of course, Meet Me at the Clock between Kate and Leo.
Now, this is also a photo op for visitors as well, correct?
And I think this is just going to be an amazing keepsake. Again, to do it in the 100th anniversary, 100 years later.
So this room is sort of like the experience room?
Yeah, this is what we're calling the passenger gallery. And what it really talks about is what the experience was like for each of the passengers as they came on board. Some really cool things in here include first, second, and third class china, because of course all the experiences were different, as well as personal belongings, and it really sort of tells the story and tries to bring home what it was like to be on that ship.
It's a bit sad, but fascinating. You know, it's hard to say that it's enjoyable when you think of...
I've always been fascinated with the Titanic and the legend, and it's fun to come out and actually see relics of it.
So this room is typical of what a first-class passenger's room would have looked like, and of course, according to my boarding pass, this would have been for me, even nice by today's standards.
This is actually the third class compartment. It's very, compared to the first class, definitely played down a lot. But even when you look at this third class cabin, this was pretty deluxe for the day for a third class passenger. They would have had, they would have been sleeping on straw mattresses on some of the other ships. So this was actually pretty nice, but definitely a big contrast to that first class stateroom.
Okay, so now we're hearing the engines roar. Is that?
That's right. We're getting closer to the engine room, the boiler room, and the story that begins here is really the story of what happened that night on April 14th, leading into the morning of April 15th.
Well, this room sort of has an eerie feel. Explain what's going on here.
Right. As we've gone through the events of that night, this is a very somber room, and it's a very hushed room because this focuses on the actual striking the iceberg and those events that happened around 11:40 and then leading into just past 2 o'clock the next morning. The big feature in here, of course, is our iceberg, which is a hands-on iceberg you can actually touch. And a little interesting fact about that, it's 32 degrees, but the water would have been 28 degrees because salt water freezes at a lower temperature, so it would have even been colder than that frozen wall.
Wow, this is chilling, and it's unimaginable that they actually had to get into the water and it was colder than this frozen block of ice. 28 degrees, and they survived, some of them.
So this is what was discovered in 1985. There have been many dives after that that have recovered the artifacts that you see in the exhibit. Again, all discovered on the debris field. And these au gratin dishes sort of show how things were just sort of neatly lined up. So these are the real dishes, just laid out just the way they would have been found them on the ocean floor.
I am fascinated by the things that they were able to bring up from the wreck. And the fact that I can actually see it and touch it. There's an exhibit over there that they're allowing you to touch, so it's absolutely wonderful. I am thoroughly enjoying myself.
So this is what she's referring to, that you can touch. It's an angle iron, recovered. Here it is, you can actually reach in there and touch a piece of history. So sort of wrapping up the experience, we end up in this room.
Yep.
Which
This is the final gallery, which is the memorial gallery. We know who owned these individual artifacts, whereas many of the artifacts were strewn about on the ocean floor. They could have been anybody's. The final thing in the exhibit is, of course, our memorial wall, which is that final thing that really brings home the gravity of this event. If I remember, you were first class, correct?
I was first class.
All right, let's see if we can find you here.
So they're alphabetically. Oh, there I am.
Oh.
I made it. So my story's in here somewhere. That's really, it really does personalize the whole exhibit. Gives me goosebumps.
We hope that's the effect that a lot of people are having.
So then we end up in this store, which is really neat because you were saying you get to take home some of the experience.
That's right, and some of the things here really reflect what's in the exhibit, whether it's a real lump of coal or recreations of first class, second class, or third class china. It's a chance to take home a part of that experience and be able to sort of relive it. So, of course, we have all the other stuff, T-shirts, things like that, but these recreations are my favorite.
Well, thank you so much, Tom. And remember, you have until September 30th to come to the Henry Ford and experience this exhibit and take home a piece of the Titanic.
It's all happening here. What's new in the D? Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here to truly believe what it's like in the D. What it's like in the D. It's everywhere you look, in everything you see. A conscience so complete, a heritage so deep, and no one can resist when Smokey sings. And so we're letting you know, now get ready to go. It's all happening here. What's new in the D? Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here to truly believe what it's like in the D. It's all happening here. Right here in the D. Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here to truly believe what it's like in the D. It's all happening here. What it's like in the D. It's all happening here. What it's like in the D. It's all happening here.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you'd like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D. To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.